During the King of the Ring finals between Randy Orton and Gunther, WWE botched the ending that saw Gunther raise the crown and be named King of the Ring. As Gunther rolled up Randy Orton, we saw that Orton's shoulders were indeed up the entire time, but the referee counted to 3 regardless, which has caused the wrestling world to get into a frenzy at this botched spot. And in many ways, this kind of calls back a previous botched ending, that being the triple threat between Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35, where in the end, Becky rolled up Ronda. Her shoulders weren't down, but the referee counted 3 anyway, costing Ronda Rousey her WWE Women's Championship and making sure that Becky was the winner, even though everyone clearly saw that the match should not have ended. And in a previous world, like we saw in 2019, we would have seen WWE just basically ignore this. And that was the MO of the Vince McMahon regime. It was to ignore these blatant faults in logic and just proceed as if they do not exist. However, we are seeing a bit of a changing of the guard when it comes to addressing these botches. Triple H was asked point blank about this on WWE social media by Byron Saxton, and here's what he said.
Incredible night. What a performance they both put on. Coming back here and seeing it back, look, I saw exactly what you saw. I saw what everybody saw. I saw what everybody is talking about. Didn't really even seem controversial to me. It just seemed like Randy Orton's shoulder wasn't down. But I'm going to say this. The referee's decision is final. Gunther is your king of the ring. That being said, especially after what I saw tonight, I certainly want to see that again. I think Randy Orton deserves to have another shot at that. And I think if I know anything about Gunther, he will want to have another shot at that, to take the controversy out, to take the asterisk off of the page where it says King of the Ring for him. I think he will want to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is better than Randy Orton.
Triple H's comments there are symbolic of a massive shift that has happened in the company ever since he took over. Gone are the days of WWE pretending that these inconvenient incidences do not impact the way people view the television show. We are in an era where WWE wants to address them, make them part of the show, and help them kind of evolve and make the show better. And there's a very easy way and simple way to make sure that an incident like this helps elevate and add to the show. And that would be to, down the line, have a match between Randy Orton and Gunther, have a full feud between these two built around the fact that the referee got it wrong and Gunther still has not beaten Randy Orton. Randy Orton can say that Gunther did not have the ability to pin him down to the mat, and that he knows one-on-one Randy Orton would come out victorious. Now, of course, Triple H said there that we would see Randy Orton versus Gunther at some point, and the fact remains that by addressing this, they have made it less of a talking point. If WWE had moved forward without saying anything and just letting this be and pretending as if Gunther won, this would be a much bigger story than what we're seeing now. Because what we're seeing now is, what is WWE going to do? That is what fans are asking themselves. Is WWE going to eventually put the crown on the line? Are they going to have some sort of a number one contendership? Are we going to have a triple threat potentially at SummerSlam for the World Championship? All of that is in play and all these discussions are happening. But the one thing people aren't really talking about is, man, did you see how horrible WWE did there? Did you see how horrible that botch was? It takes it out of the equation. And for a company like WWE, which is trying to evolve itself into a more mainstream product, you can't ignore these things. And it's a good thing that they're not. It's a good thing they're addressing them in some way, shape, or form. And it's a model for other wrestling companies to follow, in my view. We'll see what happens with this feud between Orton and Gunther down the line. As of right now, Gunther is still the king of the ring, and that does not seem to be changing, but you never know what's going to happen One thing is for sure, though, WWE definitely saved themselves from this being one of the most infamous botches in all of wrestling history.